Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 30, Book 2, Makoro the Blinding Stinger. Also, I find it, well, I just realized something. I find it funny that in this book, of course, the Blinding Stinger, his special ability is to blind people, and I didn't realize that until just now. Okay. Anyway, guys, like always, in-depth story analysis and my overall thoughts on this book. So if you don't care for spoilers, make sure or whatever, make sure you've read this book if before watching this review, like I've said, and if you don't care really for spoilers. Before going into this, though, I do want to mention in my previous review of Hyrix, I did mention I wasn't really sure about the fate of Malville at the time. I did remember that Malville was killed by Lucor, so I understand why reason why they killed him off. But for behind the scenes reason, if they're still going to keep the new protectors around, and it was going to be like a trilogy, wouldn't it make more sense to keep that villain around? I don't know. That's just my choice on the thing. Anyway, though, that being said, let's get to the story. Chapter 1 is about merely exposition about the plot, really, and Zuba gloats. She literally just shows up there to remind that, hey, I exist, you can't beat my plan, and then fades away. So not really much happens in the first chapter, aside from exposition that we already know. As in the four protectors and Tom are, returning Hyrule to the prison and wondering what their next move should be. And of course, Tom is still weakened from his battle with Hyrix, and he's trying to recover from the poison from the last series. Anyway, next up, we see Mackie, who's going to be the next beast. He's walking along, and he's slowly transforming. He bumped into Katia, and when he was transforming, he got stronger, and he was able to throw her off the cliff. And then after that, he fully changed into Makoro. Of course, Katia, she survived the fall. She scared of a bobcat. She scared of a wildcat. Climbed back up the cliff and encountered black diamonds, which in a way are kind of not like a key element, but they are somehow useful in this story. Anyway, she meets a girl, Daphne. Daphne saves her from these geysers because I believe Cassie is walking along and then she bumps into the geysers and then Daphne saves her. And after that, she meets also she does also meet Daphne's tribe, and then Makoro appears yards away from the geyser field. Tom arrives and meets the tribe. Tom, Elena, and Katia go face Makoro, and after a scuffle, Tom is caught, which makes sense because, as we established prior, he's still weakened from the Hyrix battle and the poison from last series. And if you're wondering why he's not using his healing power, as we established prior, Epos has been taken out of commission. And I say that in quotations because there is a hint at the end of that story saying she or its baby is still alive, so there's a way that could return. But for now, it's speculation, so it's understandable why the healing talent wouldn't work. But yeah, Tom is not in a good position to fight at all. That's how he's able to easily get beaten. And I'm hoping next book he's going to be taken out for good, as not murdered, but like give him time to heal. Don't get him involved. I hope not, because he needs time to heal. He's already weakened from 2 fights now, and the poison. Anyway, though, Ross, the chief leader, or the tribe leader, rescues Tom, but the slime from Makoro's tail had made him blind, because that's what his special ability is from his scorpion tail. Tom not wanting to quit, but Katia took charge and Tom was under Ross's care, while Elena and Katia took goggles and headed out because they needed the goggles to protect themselves from the blinding attack. Katia faced Makoro. Daphne told what route not to take, and Elena kept Tom safe, while Katia tried to lure Makoro to the geyser field. Katia was tricking Makoro into walking into that geyser field, which weakened him, and of course he obviously fell for that trap. And Katia was able to finish him off, and Tom was taken to be healed. So, pretty much a straightforward story. I would say I did enjoy this one a bit better than Hyrix, only because that plot felt very simplistic in a way. It felt like, we need a lot of exposition for the plot, and that book was mainly saved by Zuba and the premise of like all these 4 guys turning into the beasts. And well, there wasn't really much like speculation on what to do. They just had to track him down, avoid the charging beast, and then boom, he was good. Again, I will say this, and I will agree with what Adam said when we discussed a bit of Makoro when we were doing it. That Hyrix, I do appreciate that he has a useful ability you wouldn't suspect from a charging beast, and that was the tentacles and the vines and stuff, so that's pretty cool. When it comes to this, on a story perspective, I found Makoro a bit more interesting because it had a struggling lead. I do feel that Caddy was struggling a bit more than I expected to. She was able to have a disadvantage against uh, Maki. She wandered into the geyser field, so she did have a few stumbles here and there, but it does go to show that these new protectors still need the assistance of Tom and Ella to get the job done. And I feel at this point they should have been fully prepared now because after they did like a quest to help, I feel like they should be. I would prefer this series to be more like these characters can handle it on their own now. Maybe they would come across like an ally in the village to be their assistant, but I don't really feel the need for Tom to be involved now, especially when he's weakened. So it doesn't really make sense. I mean, you could say, well, the other characters, well, yeah, them too. But if you want these new if you want us to have us really have an investment to these new protectors, you know, I feel like it'd be best to give them a bit more independence. Regardless, I still think Makoro is probably the better story per se. I just realized that. Yeah, but I just realized that my camera was a bit tilted there. But regardless, overall, I still think I did enjoy Makoro a bit more than Hyrix. That's just my perspective on things. So it is what it is there. Anyway, guys, that's been my review on Makoro. Oh, as for the characters, I probably didn't say as much in my last review, but whatever. Tom, he's just basically about to be crippled and taken out. Uh, you could. I'm not with. Elaine was more in the background, and then of course the main character Kadia. She's there, but like I said, she's a bit of a stumbling hero. Not really, not probably not really one of my best. Also, the gimmick this season is that every time you beat a beast, their weapons will glow, which will either be a bad thing or a good thing, and I'm more inclined to believe it's a bad thing personally, but we'll see. And then, of course, the villain. I'm not going to go over Zuba because he just appeared like in one little scene in the beginning and that was it. So after that, we'll just cut our way on to the beast himself, Makoro. Again, probably the most coolest design of the beast so far. Maybe all four, we'll see. Probably most likely. Um, I do like his design. His ability is pretty useful because I don't really think we have many beasts that can blind another, so that could be useful. His weakness, from what we've examined, seems to be extreme heat, and he is an angry beast. So there are those obvious traits there that could be exploited. So we'll see. But overall, I would say I did enjoy Makoro on a story level because it wasn't as basic a plot as Hyrix was. But I am looking forward to see more complexity plots for the remaining two because I feel like while Makoro is good, it was able to overcome Hyrix for what it was that was set up. So I'm just saying that Makoro could easily be overtaken by a better plot. So that's my thoughts. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, that good stuff. Hit the notification bell right corner down below. So you can stay in tune with all Beast Quest content on my channel, along with other stuff that you can find there. And I'll see you guys. Me and Adam will be tackling book 3, and then of course book 4, and then the collaboration. So look forward to that. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Peace out.